Doug Ford joins us. Thanks so much for coming in. Welcome back to Toronto.
Well, thanks, Tom. It's a little colder here, but always nice to be home.
Do you know the numbers from last night's Kimmel show?
They were staggering, I heard.
In Canada alone, 700% higher than normal that would watch the Jimmy Kimmel show. Toronto, the ratings were 10 times higher alone.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Well, I think people are interested. They took an interest in it, and you know, I got to say that Jimmy Kimmel was very hospitable. The people were there, and people have to understand that's kind of his shtick to do it, and they kind of.
So you're good with him because he kind of hammered him a bit.
Yeah, and he apologized too later on, and maybe I just have one thing to say: stay tuned to Jimmy's show tonight, and see what happens. But he was very hospitable.
You got to give me a little more than that. Come on.
I can't, but just stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. All I can say, he's a classy guy, and that's when you go on nighttime television like that. We understood some of the questions. He threw in a couple extras, but he has his job to do. Rob has his. And
let me ask you that, because you're the campaign manager.
Yes.
Did you know going in what you were going to face, or as you said, did they throw a couple of curveballs at you?
Oh no, I wouldn't call them curveballs. A couple extra questions, but again, I just want to say he's a classy guy. They treated us like royalty. I know one thing: when Rob put his website out, and we feel we have probably one of the top computer guys on our campaign in the entire country. He's been in it for 25 years. He says he's never seen anything like it. The system completely crashed last night just for the overwhelming hits, I guess. And so it'll be up and going.
Okay, so we know the numbers over there. So let me ask you this, because this question was asked yesterday. Was Kimmel laughing with the mayor or at the mayor?
Well, no, he's a nice guy. He loves Rob, but again, he has a job to do. He's nighttime, and no matter who it is comes in, he takes a little shot at him, and he mentioned that he was gonna be doing that, and we're okay with it. Rob took it in stride. He was laughing. We had a good time. I can tell you, we went to an after party at the W Hotel, and there was easy 1,000 people there. A lot of stars, and Rob walked in, and just ask any of my staff or Rob's staff that was there.
They all knew him.
No, it wasn't even knew him. There was pandemonium. It was crazy.
These are LA people.
Yeah, well, from all over the world. They were there, and a lot of producers coming up, and it was just constant positive comments.
Okay, so we know the numbers are there. The ratings were huge. You're the campaign manager.
Yes.
Do these numbers actually translate into votes for the mayor come this fall?
Well, I'm not too sure if it translates, but the number one comment we even had in LA is, "This guy's real." We had a lot of emails and tweets and everything from U.S. people saying, "Hey, he could be my neighbor. I'd love him to straighten out our financial situation in our city," and that's what we heard. So we're going to have to see. We have to, you know, obviously when they email robford@mayor.ca, he announced it. The system crashed, but we have to gather all the emails and reach out to these folks.
Okay, and just one other story, because you quickly dropped into LA Council and
Yes.
you told me what story about the number of councillors they have.
Yeah, first of all, the city hall was beautiful, iconic. But what's interesting, Tom, is their city is 50% larger than ours.
Right.
4.5 million people, and they have 15 councillors, 1/3 of what we have.
15 councillors total.
Total. And we went into a budget meeting. It was civil. No one was yelling. No one was shouting.
So we have 3 times the number of councillors.
Yeah, we have 3 times as many councillors, half the size of the city. And good governance says in any private sector, you can't have any more than 7 to 9 people on a board, because you could have the 20 brightest people in the room, and things just don't happen.
Okay, so it's Rob Ford take 2 tonight on Kimmel. Is that fair?
Oh no, I don't know. I just watched.
You're just not telling me.
I love you.
Listen, just keep watching, right?
Yeah, just watch
That's okay.
Jimmy tonight.
We air the show here. We want people to watch.
Yeah, no, just watch Jimmy tonight. Again, he's a classy guy. They treated us like gold, and all the people of LA, we want to thank them. They were very gracious, and it was great. And we pumped Toronto. The only downside is we felt we needed a few more minutes there.
You had 3 segments. Okay, we're out of time. Doug, thanks very much for joining us.